on the Northern Sun Showcase. The fall seasons are in their twilight. One championship is already in the books. We'll meet one of the premier quarterbacks in the Northern Sun Conference, as well as a student-athlete balancing a very busy schedule. October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Northern Sun was thinking pink. And we will hear from two schools giving back, one after a natural disaster. That and much, much more coming up as the Northern Sun Showcase starts now.
Thanks for dropping by the Northern Sun Showcase, Division II Athletics in the Upper Midwest, Life in Balance. I'm Mike Woodley with the Commissioner of the Northern Sun, Butch Raymond. And our first show of the season, we got to get people caught up on all the fall activity.
Well, I don't know where to start, Mike, although we have had 2 championships already this fall and some other ones that are getting close. And then all of a sudden you look at that and all of a sudden some of the winter sports are starting. So it's just a pretty exciting time.
Well, I'll get you started. How's that? Let's start with football, because one of the things that I've noticed, and I've been involved with this conference for a long time, is this year more than ever, the teams in the lower part of the conference, or the teams that have struggled or at least been competing every year to try to get to the upper half, are competing with and even beating the teams in the upper part of the conference. It's been the most competitive football season I can remember.
Very definitely, and that really makes me proud as a commissioner to see that happening. And of course, at the top, we've got some great performances going on. We've got Minnesota State Mankato that's ranked #1 in the country by the Football Coaches Association, not by the NCAA. And along with that, with the regional rankings that just came out this week, a lot of things to be decided the next 3 weeks.
Well, let's talk about those regional rankings, because they are the key, because those are the schools at the end of the year that go on to the NCAA tournament, and in effect, then the highest ranking school in the Northern Sun that does not qualify will play in the Mineral Water Bowl. How's it looking, Butch?
Well, we have, in our region, Mike, we have 45 schools. We have 4 conferences that are ranked, and they obviously take the top 6. They rank 10, but only the top 6 go. And currently, after the first week, we have Northwest Missouri State, that's in #1. Minnesota State Mankato is #2. University of Minnesota Duluth, #3. St. Cloud State, #4. So after the first week, it's looking good at that point, but like I said, there's a lot of football to be played yet.
And we'll be keeping you up to date. Of course, there's great matchups each and every week in the Northern Sun, in football and all the other sports. One of the players that we've seen really take off this year is not really a big surprise, because what came into the year as the offensive preseason player of the year in the North Division, and he is setting records on his way to possibly having 10,000 yards passing and 2,000 yards rushing in the same season. Let's take a look right now at that record-setting quarterback at St. Cloud State.
Philip Klophocky has been a quarterback at SCSU for the last 5 years. In that time, he has taken them to new heights. Now he's closing on a dubious record, sitting at just over 300 yards away from Keith Heckendorf's school passing record.
It doesn't affect me at all. No, I mean, I've played a lot of time. I've been lucky enough to throw for a lot of yards and to push for Keith Heckendorf's record or whatnot. But ultimately, for me, if we're winning games, then I must be doing something right.
Even though he's an emotional guy on the sidelines, he's almost the opposite of his coach, Scott Underwood, who rarely smiles.
Yeah, he smiles. I mean, he's the head of our team. He's got to be stern. He's got to be that leader for us. But when we do well and when he's having a good time, we see smiles from him. But we see the stern side a lot, and I think that kind of makes the smiles more important to us, and it kind of makes us try to push for those too.
He's grown a lot as a person and a leader in his 4 years here.
I'd say that I've become more comfortable. In your first years here, you're kind of scared to go out and to tell the guys around you, what you think that they should do, but it's become this comfort level.
As a senior leader, he's trying to impart his wisdom on the upperclassmen, and especially the other quarterbacks.
For not just for Jameson, but for the other quarterbacks, all of them.
While he's not sure what he'll do afterwards,
I'll graduate in December. I'm going to have my health and physical education degree. So I hope that by the end of my career, the record I always say that I want is the most wins. It'll be cool if I can say that I had the most passing yards, but ultimately I'd love to just have the most wins.
He's determined to get this team to higher places, and with his team behind him, Philip Klophocky and these Huskies are sure to make things interesting. For UTVS News, I'm Alex Curtis.
And Butch, there's been a lot of good Division II quarterbacks over the years, and in history, Klophocky could be just the third to accomplish this feat.
Over 10,000 yards passing and 2,000 yards rushing. And then another thing is, you look at his NSIC record, over 2,000 yards. He's going to go over that again this year. That's 4 years in a row that he's done that. Hopefully, Mike, maybe we'll watch him on Sunday.
It's going to be fun. There's been a few that have come from Division II. He could be another one of those, too. Well, let's talk golf because it is a split season for men and women in golf. And what were your thoughts so far halfway through?
Well, the fall started with a championship for both the men and women played at Madden's Resort in Brainerd. And on the men's side, St. Cloud State got off to a good start. They've got a 15-stroke lead going into the spring championship. On the women's side, pretty exciting. Concordia led after the first day, and Augustana led after the first day, and Concordia came back the second day and tied them. So the men will continue playing at the Jewel in Lake City in the spring, and the women will move to Dakota Ridge in Morton to finalize their championship.
And let's focus on one of the golfers that we can talk about now, and a remarkable story too, because Shannon Deutsch is one with a very busy schedule. In Division II, you see academics much more important often and almost always than athletics. But Shannon does a little bit more than even what our normal student athletes can do. She takes it to another level. Here's that story.
From the putting green, to the driving range, to the dance floor. This is how MSU Moorhead junior Shannon Deutsch spends most of her evenings. Shannon is a dual sport athlete and is a big contributor to both teams. The difficult part? The 2 seasons are at the same time.
Sometimes I just need a day to kind of cry and just call my mom and be like, okay, I can still do it, I can still do everything and whatever, but it's pretty tough.
After hitting the golf course and the dance floor, Shannon manages to find time to hit the books. Her major is accounting, where she manages a 4.0.
Shannon is an extremely talented student athlete. She's a great role model both on and off the golf course.
Her GPA has gotten her recognized on the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference's all-academic team. And to think, she is doing all of this while juggling 2 sports.
Kind of lay out my schedule. I know I have golf practice at this time, dance practice at this time, class at this time. So any free time I have, I spend studying or working on things in order to keep up.
Golf tournaments on the weekends, dance performances throughout the week, and studying whenever she has a free second. One may just wonder, why?
Did them both in high school, all 4 years, and I was just not ready to give that up yet.
2 sports and straight A's has sure taught her one thing.
I've gotten really good at time management.
Cammie Raisler, Dragon Athletics.
Butch, just another amazing performer in the Northern Sun.
Yeah, for sure. And footwork, her footwork's pretty good.
Yeah.
Dancing and golf, does that work together?
And I understand her grades are more than up to par.
Oh, beautiful, Mike, beautiful.
Stick around. When we come back, we'll continue. We will have with you soccer and our first championship of the season in the Northern Sun, a cross-country wrap-up coming up next.
The Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, 16 schools, 18 sports, 1 common goal, athletic and academic excellence. Student athletes in the league compete and win NCAA national championships while learning the skills to compete and win in life. The NSIC has developed into one of the premier NCAA Division II conferences in the nation. The NSIC, win here, win in life. Learn more at northernsun.org or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
At U.S. Bank, we help first-time buyers, growing families, and empty nesters move from their home into one that's more fitting.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did he just say you might be moving?
We are.
We raised 3 kids here. It would be perfect for your family.
Which that means you guys are moving.
Oh, this would be a great first home for you.
Okay, let's talk about the yard.
Take it from here?
Sure.
U.S. Bank offers flexible terms and a great rate on a home mortgage for whatever stage of life you're in. Call to apply.
Or just come in.
Okay.
All of us serving you.
Let's get started. Okay, I'm first.
U.S. Bank.
All right.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Let's continue on the Northern Sun Showcase. Time to talk about the first championships in the book this fall, cross country.
And it all started at Sioux Falls on an event hosted by Augustana College. And what a unique event. And again, Mike, when you have a quality program, you got coaches that are being creative and putting some enjoyment in it. What a unique idea by Coach Hellman.
And let's hear from Tracy Hellman on Twilight at Augustana.
It's just something unique, something different. I think the kids that run it really like that atmosphere, and fans too. It's a course where you can stand and see the runners come by multiple times. And we got some pretty big-time competition that came also. Right. And yeah, that meet's really taken off, and I think that it's going to become one of the better meets in the Midwest.
So the season begins in Augustana. It also ends there. And on the women's side, UMD with the 4 winners in the top 10, their first championship since 2003.
A very young and up-and-coming program, and congratulations to the Bulldogs on their win, just eking out a win over Augustana.
And our individual champion was Jennifer Agnew. Now her sister...
What's the Agnew name sounds familiar, Mike. Why is that?
Her twin sister won last year.
Okay,
Injury,
very good.
hardship,
and obviously they run for the University of Mary.
And let's hear from Jennifer on the title.
To be the 2013 champion is really special. My sister won it last year, so there's always that competitive side of me that wants to, outdo what she did. But I never thought that the field would do as it did today, and I would win by as much as I did. I was really surprised.
And on the men's side, Augustana with 5 of the top 6 runners, they get the men's championship.
That's 18 points, Mike. Do you know what a perfect score is?
15.
15, okay, very good. So they were 3 points away from a perfect score, and obviously a convincing win led by their senior, Paul Yak.
And the 3-time defending champion, or 3-time champion now, Paul Yak. Let's hear from the winner.
I think I'm more excited for the team win. I mean, the individual's cool, but it's better when the whole team's happy, so it was a good feeling though.
So Butch, what's next? Regionals then?
Well, obviously it's the regionals next that come up on November the 9th, I believe that is, and they'll be hosted again by Augustana at Yankton Trails, and here we have 3 conferences converging for the region. And then from there, they go to the Nationals in Spokane, Washington on November the 23rd.
All right, let's move on to soccer because we're seeing a lot of competition in the conference again. Teams that are making all kinds of other teams go crazy because the competition's a high level. It's wrapping up. What do you see so far, Butch?
Well, again, Mike, you need to remember now in soccer, they have a point system so that you get 3 points for a win and 1 point for a tie. And currently, we really have a 5-team race going into the last weekend of soccer. Minnesota State Mankato has a small lead with 37 points, and then right behind them we have Southwest Minnesota State, we have Upper Iowa, we have Winona State and Minnesota Duluth with 33. So again, a lot to be played for this weekend.
And the tournament format, 8 teams will all qualify. That'll be important. Then of course the regions will be coming up after that.
Absolutely. The top 8 teams in our have a soccer tournament playing the first round on host, and then going into the number 1 seed or the top seed hosting the semifinals and finals.
Nowhere in Division II is volleyball played at a higher level than the Northern Sun. And you know what? It's not even close. When we come back, volleyball is next. You're watching the Northern Sun Showcase.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
The Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, 16 schools, 18 sports, one common goal, athletic and academic excellence. Student athletes in the league compete and win NCAA national championships while learning the skills to compete and win in life. The NSIC has developed into one of the premier NCAA Division II conferences in the nation. The NSIC, win here, win in life. Learn more at northernsun.org or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Ever wish your bank were right at your fingertips?
Hey, honey, thanks for depositing that check for me today. Love you.
Love you too.
Love you more.
I love you way more.
You're the best.
You're way better.
You're my Huggy Bear.
In branch, online, on your iPad, iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry, U.S. Bank is there when you need us.
When you talk volleyball in the Northern Sun Conference, you can't help but smile. Why not, right, Butch?
And I am smiling with the level of competition that we have there. We currently have 5 teams ranked in the top 23 by the Coaches Association, not by the NCAA. Those rankings start the week of November the 4th. Concordia's in first place, and then right behind them we've got Minnesota Duluth and Southwest Minnesota State tied for second. And then right behind them we've got Northern State and Augustana and Wayne State. So a tremendous competition.
And then we should talk about the regional rankings coming up. Also, the other things, a lot's going to happen in a hurry.
Yeah, in volleyball, Mike, again, remember we take 8 teams. It will start on November the 20th, the top 8 teams play down, and then from there they go to the region, which is on December 5th through the 7th. And the national tournament this year, which is in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, it begins on December the 12th, hosted by one of our schools, Upper Iowa. Thank you, Upper Iowa.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and in volleyball in the Northern Sun, it was well represented, and many were thinking pink. One particular coach was very much on task, and let's get that story now.
The month of October is all about breast cancer awareness, and St. Cloud State University showed their support for the cause with the annual Making Strides Walk. The day meant more to SCSU's volleyball head coach, Michelle Blazer.
I'm 46, and a year ago at this time, I had my hair, I'd go to the mirror, and my hair was out. So I was diagnosed, in June.
After being diagnosed last year and going through treatments, Coach Blazer was not about to leave her team.
I only missed 5 competitions out of 28, which was a feat in of itself. But those of you that have been on chemo, I wasn't really there probably.
With some final words,
you know, be good for your health and go and check things even if you don't want to.
Coach Blazer started her mile walk with her family to make strides. The walk ended with Coach Blazer's kids releasing doves in a symbol of hope for further research on this disease. But for Coach Blazer, it wouldn't be a day to remember if there wasn't volleyball to end the day.
And with meaning, it continued with a raffle, a giveaway. It helped the cause, which...
At a volleyball match, they gave away a $4,000 diamond ring that was given to them by Riddle Jewelry, I believe, and I don't think I won it.
No. Congratulations to all who did, and especially those that helped the cause. Continuing that theme, a tornado went through the Nebraska area near Wayne, and the students, the community of Wayne and others came by to help clean it up. That's what we like to see, Butch, people getting out there and being a part of the community where the colleges and universities are.
Unfortunately, that October 4th date, when the tornado touched in Wayne, the good news is it kind of stayed on a small segment of the town on the east side. But yeah, I know that their teams pitched in and helped up with the cleanup. There were some of the other schools in our league that did, and very rewarding story.
Mike Powicki, the Wayne athletic director, comments on the cause.
The schools across the NSIC, we compete on the field and on the courts and every other place, but when a tragedy like this happens, we had just I personally had numerous administrators, coaches that I've known reach out to me while the tornado was occurring, and immediately the days following asking not only if I was okay, but how campus was, how our kids were, and how the community of Wayne was. So to have that kind of outreach from other NSIC schools within the league was just fantastic to know that while we do compete in competition when it comes to life and some of those circumstances, that we are always looking out for one another's best interest.
Theme continues. More Northern Sun involvement in their community next on the Northern Sun Showcase.
At U.S. Bank, we help first-time buyers, growing families, and empty nesters move from their home into one that's more fitting.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did he just say you might be moving?
We are.
We raised 3 kids here. It would be perfect for your family.
Which that means you guys are moving.
Oh, this would be a great first home for you.
Okay, let's talk about the
Can I
yard.
take it from here?
Sure.
U.S. Bank offers flexible terms and a great rate on a home mortgage for whatever stage of life you're in. Call to apply.
Or just come in.
Okay.
All of us serving you.
Let's get started. Okay, I'm first.
U.S. Bank.
All right.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to Make-A-Wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
The Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, 16 schools, 18 sports, one common goal, athletic and academic excellence. Student athletes in the league compete and win NCAA national championships while learning the skills to compete and win in life. The NSIC has developed into one of the premier NCAA Division II conferences in the nation. The NSIC, win here, win in life. Learn more at northernsun.org or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
You know, we've cited a few specific examples, but really you go all across the 16 members of the Northern Sun. They're all involved in the community, and it's great to tell some of those stories about doing exactly that.
Well, our hats off to athletic administrators for setting up these kind of events and working with their coaching staff and pulling it off. It certainly enhances their school, but also the Northern Sun.
So this time we go down to the southeastern part of the state of Minnesota and tell you about another act of kindness and involvement, this time with Winona State University.
Jen Flowers, our associate AD, I believe, came up with the idea to where we could reach out and thank the community for all the things that they do for us. Obviously, we're not as successful as we are without the support of the community, and to try and identify a way to say thank you and reach out to them, invite them on our campus, get them an opportunity to meet our wonderful student athletes and interact with them is kind of where the idea started.
It definitely means a lot. As athletes, we always look to have people cheering us on, and knowing that there's people there cheering us on from the community is just a great feeling as an athlete and as a Warrior athlete.
That's always a fun time. I know a lot of people think it's just busy work and stuff, but I think just hanging out with kids, living the old days like you used to, I know that I wasn't the only one that went on a bunch of the jumpy things and played all the games and stuff, but I think just playing with the kids and seeing how much they really look up to you, I think it means a lot.
We identified that as a great weekend where we could do something centered around our home contests that weekend, so we decided to do a Warrior Fun Day, Community Appreciation Day, where we had lots of free tickets for volleyball and soccer, some programs that some people overlook sometimes, and we wanted to get people out to see the great work that they're doing and how hard those athletes are working as well. And then we had some games, and our Student Athlete Advisory Committee kind of took control of our Fun Day portion of that and did a great job of interacting with the young members of our community. I was a little disappointed that our men's golf team decided to get all the little kids to gang up on the athletic director for a water balloon fight when I was there with no ammunition.
Were you involved in the water balloon fight?
I was, yes. I tried to get Eric's show, but I got scared.
My favorite part of Saturday's Fun Day was definitely the water balloon toss. My team wasn't as good as we could have been, but it was fun to see all the student athletes getting involved with the kids and seeing all the smiling faces from the kids and seeing that they really kind of looked up to us. It's great to be able to hang out with the other athletes, not in a competitive sense, just as kind of, hey, how's it going? It's definitely hard when we're all busy, and most of the time we see each other when we're dripping sweat from practice or coming here and coming there with ice on or whatnot. But it's good to see them outside of that setting for sure.
It was just a great day, and I commend our student athletes for the efforts that they put into that. And we got lots of great feedback from the community about us doing that.
We'd really like to thank our sponsors. I think that they put on a great event for us, and Warrior Fun Day was definitely a success for the first year. Just like to thank them again, and definitely like to see you back next year.
Again, another good story, getting involved, getting their hands dirty, helping out. It's
I
fun
wish
to
I had
see.
a water balloon when I look at that athletic director.
It's good to see. We encourage everybody to follow the Northern Sun Conference. The website is interactive. You get a chance to watch many of these contests live and free on webcast. If you can't make it out live, go to northernsun.org, scoreboard features. It just keeps you up to date and in touch with everything in the conference. Also, of course, Facebook and Twitter. Get on there, get the updates. You can stay in touch with your school and the conference, the Northern Sun.
Well, Mike, it's going to be a busy time for us. We're going to finalize soccer this week and get into our tournament. Volleyball has a couple more weeks to go with a lot of things to be decided on the standings. Football has 3 weeks to go and see where they are and which teams qualify for the regional or which team we're sending to the Mineral Water Bowl. And in another week, we've got basketball starting. So, wow, great.
It's been a fun start of the season, another season. Glad you're with us. And again, keep in touch with us with updates, and you can stay in touch with the Northern Sun Conference. Division II athletics in the Upper Midwest, life and balance. And for the Commissioner Butch Raymond, thank you so much for watching. I'm Mike Woodley. We'll see you next time on the Northern Sun Showcase.
All day, all day! Let's go, offense!
The Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, 16 schools, 18 sports, one common goal, athletic and academic excellence. Student athletes in the league compete and win NCAA national championships while learning the skills to compete and win in life. The NSIC has developed into one of the premier NCAA Division II conferences in the nation. The NSIC, win here, win in life. Learn more at northernsun.org or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.